Other news now. The modernisation of the Russian economy has become a key policy pledge of President Dmitry Medvedev. He's pledged to move the country away from its dependency on natural resources to promote new industries. Russian think tanks in charge of the programme recently travelled to Japan to take part in a forum on innovation. Well, among them was Jan Vaslavsky from the Moscow State University of International Relations, and he joins me now here in the studio. Thanks very much indeed for joining us here on RT. So what ideas did you come across, and what sort of achievement was made there on that visit, do you think?
Well, our main purpose there was to present a global policy forum, which will take place in September in the Russian city of Yaroslavl. The main idea is to present the state as an instrument for technological modernization. This is the biggest section of the Yaroslavl Forum, and the chief idea was to explore the Japanese experience of modernization, since Japan is one of the most fascinating examples in the history of mankind as for the modernization itself. So for Russia, it is extremely important to study the experiences of other countries.
So we're seeing Medvedev going to California, to Silicon Valley. We're now seeing you going to Tokyo, to Japan. This is all about moving away from the traditional industries based on oil and gas and natural resources and looking away at modernization. In other words, diversification, is it?
Yeah.
Into high-tech industry, though.
Sure, right you are. So the main objective is to decrease the share of this raw materials sector in the Russian economy, the share of raw materials, and to bring to an upper level the level of innovations and the level of some processing industries, some industries that can really propose something new, brand new. Really, innovations are just good things to improve our current life.
Okay, so very well to talk about innovations and high-tech, but can you give me some tangible examples? What are we talking about here?
These are very concrete examples in certain industries. For instance, in Japan, Russian experts presented really very important industries for the humankind. For instance, medicine, pharmaceutical industry, biotechnology, even molecular biology, and so on and so forth. So the chief goal of any modernization is to improve the life of people, and in this case here we just try to explore the Japanese experience.
But there are problems, aren't there, when Russia has ambitions to modernize its economy? It's a two-way process where Russia can go abroad and do business, but people want to come here. This is a rich country full of potential for foreign investors, but there are problems, are there not, facing foreign investors here?
Sure.
I mean, we're talking about bureaucracy, corruption. I mean, these are things that really could get in the way, aren't they?
In any countries, there are certain problems. Of course, Russia here is not an exception. We just have to work every day to remove as many obstacles as we can for foreign investors.
And are you encouraged what Medvedev said at the Economic Forum, that he wants to modernize society, modernize economies, the economy here, and that he will break down those barriers to entry here?
Yeah, sure. And the main goal of our event here is to help this president's policy and just to promote the possibilities of the Russian economy for foreign investors, and to help Russian scientists and some businessmen to absorb the foreign experience as well.
Jan Vaslavsky, thank you very much indeed for joining us here from the Moscow State University of International Relations, and looking forward to hearing more about that meeting in September, which you mentioned earlier. Thanks very much indeed.